Ibn Shihab related to me from Abu Bakr, the son of Ubaydullah, son of Abdullah. Psst, look at the Imam. He's gone pale. Be quiet. Do you want to be kicked out of class? When you eat, eat with your right hand and drink with your right hand. Shaitan eats with his left hand. And... You're right, something is wrong. The Scholar Who Loved Medina. This story has been taken from authentic biography books and has been reviewed by Luqmay's Shariah Advisory Board. This is Medina, the city of our beloved Prophet, Muhammad, peace be upon him. The Prophet spent his life teaching Allah's message. After he passed away, his companions shared everything he had taught them with others. People from near and far came to Medina, eager to learn from them. The companions taught them the correct way to recite the Quran. They shared the sayings of the Prophet, peace be upon him, with them. Their students became teachers too, passing knowledge to the next generation. And so the Prophet's teachings kept on spreading. Medina was filled with the beautiful sound of students reciting and scholars instructing. Among them was a family devoted to learning. The family of a little boy named Malik bin Anas. And this is his story. As a little boy, Malik loved playing in the breezy courtyards of Medina. He ran after playful pigeons and tossed them food. But more than that, he loved memorizing the Quran. As Malik grew, so did his love for learning. He wanted to study more and more, just like his grandfather, uncles and brother. After memorizing the Quran, he began learning hadith, the sayings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Mother, I want to study with the scholars now.
That's wonderful. You should study with Rabia. He's a great scholar. But remember, learn his good manners before his knowledge.
Malik's mother buttoned him up in his best clothes and wrapped a crisp white turban around his head. Every day she prepared him well as he went to join the scholars' circle. Look at the young boy. He doesn't take his eyes off the teacher. MashaAllah, so attentive. Malik would sit under the shade of a big tree to memorize his day's lessons. But as the sun moved across the sky, so did the shade. Ah, I'll catch you! Malik followed the shade around the tree, never stopping until his lesson was complete. What's that boy doing? Playing chase? At home, his sister was a bit worried.
Dad, Malik doesn't mix with people. He always has his nose in a book.
But his father watched him with pride. Let him be. He's memorizing the words of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Like all young boys, Malik had a favourite pastime. Once his lessons were done, he would rush to fly his pigeons. He loved training those innocent creatures of Allah and watch them dive, swoop and race across the sky. One day, Malik's father asked both Malik and his older brother a question. His brother got the answer right, but Malik, his answer was wrong. Those pigeons have stolen your attention, Malik. You cannot catch knowledge if you're too busy chasing birds. Malik's face turned red. He felt embarrassed and a little angry too. But that moment changed his life forever. He made a big promise to himself. He would spend even more time learning the deen. He decided to become the devoted student of a famous learned man in Medina, Ibn Hurmuz. He arrived at the teacher's home every morning without fail. One day, Ibn Hurmuz asked his servant, "Is there anyone waiting at the door?"
Yes, just that boy with the rosy cheeks.
"Let him in, and mark my words, he's going to be a great scholar one day." So many people wanted to learn from Ibn Hurmuz. and sometimes Malik wanted the teacher all to himself. So he thought of a clever plan. He hid some dates in his sleeve and secretly went to the children of Ibn Hurmuz. "Here, I brought you something. If anyone asks about your father, just tell them he's busy." The plan worked. Ibn Hurmuz would spend hours sharing his knowledge with young Malik. He didn't just teach him hadith and fiqh. He taught Malik to be humble too. "Sometimes it's better to stay silent. Learn to say, 'I don't know.'" From sunrise to sunset, Malik sat on the cold stone floor in his teacher's home, listening carefully and writing everything down. A pair of padded cotton pants was enough to keep him warm. This was how Malik spent the 7 years of his life, soaking up every bit of knowledge from his teacher. But this was just the beginning of his journey. He then went from one scholar to another, absorbing all the knowledge and wisdom they shared. He waited under the blazing sun outside their homes, eager to learn, but careful not to bother them. Some taught him how to worship Allah and correct his mistakes. Others were left amazed by Malik's remarkable memory. One day, Az-Zuhri shared 40 ahadith of the Prophet with him. Malik took out a long piece of thread and tied a knot for each hadith. He wanted to keep track of the number of ahadith he'd learned. The next day, Malik returned and asked for more. "Do you remember any of the ahadith from yesterday?" Malik immediately repeated all 40, word for word. Az-Zuhri couldn't believe it. "Incredible! I thought only I could learn them this way." But Az-Zuhri was in for a greater surprise. Malik was waiting at his doorstep on Eid day. "You didn't go home after the Eid prayer?" "No." "All right, have something to eat." "No, I'm only here for hadith." Az-Zuhri shared 40 more and Malik quickly wrote them down. Once again, Malik left him stunned when he recited all 40 from memory. "That's enough for today. You truly are a treasure chest of knowledge." After years of learning and hard work, after years of dedication and patience, the little boy who once chased pigeons was now a man of great knowledge. When 70 honoured scholars agreed he was ready, Malik bin Anas became Imam Maalik. He sat in the courtyard of the Prophet's masjid, not as a student anymore, but as a teacher, ready to share his wisdom with the world.
The Imam asks, do you have general questions or are you here to learn hadith?
We have some questions. Imam Malik stepped out and answered everyone's questions. His guidance came without an ounce of pride or arrogance. What Allah wants will happen. We have no strength except with Allah's help. But sometimes the students wanted to learn hadith. Then Imam Malik had to prepare with love and care. He wanted to be clean and pure before he shared the words of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He made ablution, put on his finest clothes, and tucked his hair in a fine turban. He dabbed on some perfume and also had special incense wood lit in the gathering to fill the air with a lovely fragrance. He sat on a raised seat so everyone could see and hear him clearly. Then, and only then, was he ready to share the words of his beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Nothing mattered more to him than honouring the Prophet. Nothing at all. Whenever he mentioned the Prophet, peace be upon him, his voice softened with love and respect. And when he was in the Prophet's masjid, he spoke only in hushed, gentle tones and reminded his students to do the same. Ibn Shihab related to me from Abu Bakr, the son of Ubaydullah, son of Abdullah. One day, Imam Malik was teaching hadith to his students when they noticed something. Psst, look at the Imam. He's gone pale.
Be quiet. Do you want to be kicked out of class?
When you eat, eat with your right hand and drink with your right hand. Shaitan eats with his left hand, and... You're right, something is wrong. But Imam Maalik did not stop his lesson, and the students dared not interrupt. When the lesson was over and everyone had left, his friend Abdullah rushed to check on him. What happened? Are you okay? Imam Maalik told him what had happened. He'd been bitten by a scorpion, not just once, but again and again. Abdullah knew how sacred the Prophet's words were to Imam Maalik. But even through this, Abdullah had no words.
Want to know what happens next? Watch the full story on Luqmay and explore our complete unit study to learn more about Imam Maalik. Links in the description.